Top 5 neighborhoods in Vancouver. I'm going to break it down for you in this video. Vancouver has some of the most diverse neighborhoods in Canada, but they're not all the same when it comes to affordability, lifestyle, and investment as a whole. So, in this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 hoods and who it really suits based on lifestyle, needs, everything else as well. Affordability is a big thing as well. So we're going to break that down in this video. Guys, my name is Ryan MacMillan, a local realtor here in Vancouver. If you want to know about the buying and selling process, go down in the description. Links are there. Book a call with me in my calendar, and I'd love to talk real estate with you and walk you through the process. Also, my number's down there as well. You can text me or call me anytime, and we can just jam out about real estate. So let's get into it right now. Number 5 for me is the Canby Corridor, Oak Ridge area. The reason being is you're seeing a lot of development happening right now. High-end condo, townhome mix, and really right along the Canada line, a ton of development happening. So if you want to get into that type of style, that luxury condo, townhouse market, this is a great area from you. And as well, being in the Canada line adds that value. You're so close to the airport. You're a few stations away, depending how far down the Canada line you are. The great thing about the Canada line, if you guys are unaware about the Canby Corridor area, it's all underground. It's a tunnel, so you don't have like these old school tracks that we've seen with the Sky Train with years prior that they built, that is all above ground and sometimes a big eyesore and brings a lot of other things with it as well. So this is completely discreet. You have your stations popping up along the way, and you can get to the airport within minutes. But if you want to shoot to the downtown core, you are minutes away from there too. So, but again, you're out of the action, and this will become some action because the density here over the next bunch of years will get pretty intense. But again, it feels like you're in the city. All your amenities are right there. So a really great area, and you're on the west side of Vancouver. Another thing that people like as well. So there's a lot of pluses there in that area. Now, it's going to be a higher cost than a couple of the other neighborhoods I'm going to talk about as well. But so that's going to depend on your budget. Again, budget, lifestyle, all plays a role into these neighborhoods. But that is my number 5 pick. My number 4 is the Kerrisdale Dunbar area. This is on the west side of Vancouver. It's a neighborhood that's been established for years, and it's a really great neighborhood for families, schools, etc. It comes at a premium, though. It's a very expensive place to buy in Vancouver, but the upside is also big. Land is king here. Land is a premium in this area. You cannot build any more of it, and it's one of the most sought after areas in really all of BC. But again, a lot of great amenities, tree-lined streets, large lots, great family neighborhoods. So if you have a higher end budget and you have a family looking to establish in a neighborhood in Vancouver, this is definitely an area you cannot go wrong. In fact, you can't go wrong at all. It's a premium hood. You just need to have that budget to get into this neighborhood because it is very pricey compared to a couple of the next neighborhoods I'm going to talk about here coming up next. Number 3 on my list is Kitsilano, better known as Kits. You want to talk about lifestyle. This is exactly why you'd move into Kits, is the lifestyle. Now, again, you are paying more of a premium on this side. It's on the west side of Vancouver. You're close proximity to the beaches. And again, beautiful beaches, beautiful parks, great local restaurants. Also proximity to downtown, just on the other side of the Broad Street Bridge, gets you into the city center. Great bike lanes to get there. Just very, very active lifestyles. You see a lot of people running, this and that. But again, so really the buyer fit, to me, number 1 moving into Kits, is you want the lifestyle. Also, when you look at long-term value, inventory, very, very limited. Again, land, they're not making any more of it. So when you look at location, like they say, Kitsilano is very hard to beat. It really checks off all the boxes. But again, lifestyle, but then it comes down to budget. What is the budget? Is Kitsilano the place for you based on your budget? Well, that is to be determined. But again, a couple of the next neighborhoods, ton of great things as well. You get in a little lower price point as well. Number 2 on my list is the Hastings Sunrise Grandview Woodlands area. It covers a large portion of East Vancouver, all the way extending basically to the border, almost the border of Burnaby. But the thing about this area is you can get in these areas at a lot lower cost than the neighborhoods that I just previously mentioned. but it's got a lot of great things going for it. A lot of community driven neighborhoods, character neighborhoods, great family oriented neighborhoods, and a lot of amenities as well. Close access to the highway if you need to go north Vancouver, if you need to go east out towards the valley. It provides you very close proximity to that as well. So really for me, when I look at all these things, like some people might say, well, why do you have Caresdale and Kits below this? I'm looking at it as a whole. Affordability plays a big role when I'm choosing these neighborhoods. And to me, I love this area. I think as far as community is concerned, if you're looking for community, very, very hard to beat the Grandview, Woodland, and Hastings Sunrise area. Very tight knit community. There's been established a lot of people that have been established in this neighborhood for years, and you're getting a mix of nice new demographic as well. A lot of young families because they're able to come in if they want to come into Vancouver. They can afford more when they come into the Grandview, Woodland, and Hastings Sunrise neighborhoods. And future long-term growth, right? They're always the zoning is always changing. Again, land is always at a premium. So, you have opportunities for those potential duplexes, and I hate to say the multiplex system, but that's inevitable that that will come into play as well. So if you're a first time buyer, there's condo situations there as well, but also there's also the situations of you can get into the detached area for a lot lower price than the west side. It's a huge discrepancy, guys. If you're not familiar with the east side and the west side, I can walk you through and show you different comparables. It'll surprise you quite a bit, because really you're not too far away from these neighborhoods. Really, it's Vancouver's not a big city, so it would surprise you. So let's get to my number one. My number one neighborhood here. Now, again, like I said, I factor in all the reasons here. It's a combination of Mount Pleasant and the Kensington Cedar Cottage. They border each other. The reason I love these neighborhoods is basically a lot of reasons, but affordability is a big one as far as what you can get proximity wise. Now, when we look at Mount Pleasant, you're coming all the way up to Main Street here, and really on the other side of Main, and getting over to Canby's just a few blocks away, you get into the west side, and the west side prices start getting a little pricier. Now, Mount Pleasant isn't cheap to get into. You're going to get a little more value out in the Grandview Woodlands, out in the Hastings Sunrise. But what you can get in the Mount Pleasant area, proximity to the city, the art and culture scene, tons of great restaurants, tons of great amenities in Mount Pleasant, and also the new Broadway line that is currently getting worked on as well is now going to give you more access for getting in and out of Mount Pleasant and the Kensington Cedar Cottage. Now, the Cedar Cottage is a little different. It borders Mount Pleasant. It's up a little bit further southeast, but family oriented neighborhoods. You are so close to all these amenities, but you're just out of the action. You're in these nice neighborhood pockets, safe neighborhoods, lots of character in both these neighborhoods here. I can't say enough about them. It's my number one choice if I was relocating to Vancouver, because also, like I said, the affordability factor. Again, to recap, if I'm looking strictly lifestyle, if I'm that beach goer, if I just love the beach, I love the outdoors, and I can jog from Kits to downtown, Kitsilano was a great choice. But again, when I factor in everything, budget as well, that's kind of why I've determined Mount Pleasant as the number one neighborhood that you can get in Vancouver. So, guys, drop a comment in the comments section. Let me know what your number one neighborhood is in Vancouver. Maybe it's not even on the list here. Maybe it's not even in my top five. Let me know why you like that neighborhood. And in my five, let me know if you agree with my my 5 through 1 here. Because I'd love to hear from you, because this is not set in stone. This is just me being in Vancouver for a lot of years, knowing the different neighborhoods, and really just picking all the different parts from it and saying these are my top five. So yeah, that's just a breakdown of 5 neighborhoods in Vancouver, guys. If you want to learn more about specific neighborhoods in the city of Vancouver, again, drop me a message, give me a call, book a call with me in my calendar. We can walk through all the pros and cons of each neighborhood if you're looking to establish and find a new neighborhood to call home. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys on the next one.